So today we're going to look at horizontal and vertical lines, okay, and the equations for those. So we've been used to right now y equals mx plus b, where we have a slope, we have a y-intercept, whatever, ECT, okay, where we have these two things. But horizontal and vertical lines do not have these. Okay? A vertical line is not going to have a y-intercept, and a horizontal line is not going to have a slope. So let's look at one first. So we're going to do a horizontal line that looks like this. I'm going to try to make it go through 3 best I can. There we go. So let's pretend that's horizontal for fun. There we go. There's a horizontal line. So let's look at this line. Okay. Let's look at the y-intercept. So in our equation, we have a y, an n, x, and a b. And we're looking to fill in these two, correct? So let's fill them in. So the y-intercept here, is 3. That's where it crosses the y-axis. So we're good there. Now, let's figure out the slope. The rise over run. So let's pick 2 points on the line. I'm going to pick this point. I'm going to pick this point. Okay. So rise over run. Okay. I'll write that there right now. The rise over run. The rise between these two things is 0. Okay. 0 over, and the run is 5. If you write 0 divided by 5 in your calculator, you're actually going to get 0. So let's plug everything into our equation. So we have y equals mx plus b, 0 times x plus b. Not plus b. Let's rewind here. Let's write in our colors. 0 times x plus 3. Okay. Now, you know that anything times 0 is going to equal 0. So that's going to equal 0 plus 3, which is then just going to equal, our last line here is just going to be y equals 3. So that's actually our equation for this line. The equation for that line is y equals 3. Now the key here, how I remember it, is if you look at this line, everywhere on this line, this dot, this spot, anywhere where I go, okay, the y is 3. If I were to graph this spot here, that would be -2, 3. If I were to graph this spot here, it is 5, 3. Okay, if I were to graph this spot, this would be 3, this spot, 1, 3. Okay, the y in each of these is always 3. That's how I remember if it's a horizontal line, is y equals 3 means everywhere along this line, y is going to equal 3. -4, 3. Right? If I were to make a table of values of this, if I were to start at 0, maybe 3. That's my x, that's my y. Then I would go 1 and 3. This one here is 3 and 3. Next one is 5 and 3. And if I went into the negatives that we have done, -2, 3. And you can see the pattern where everything's 3. Okay? So if you see y equals 3, all you're going to do is make a horizontal line using that number. let's take a look here. Y equals 5. Well, first thing I'm going to do is plot where 5 is. Okay. First step, plot where 5 is. Second step, draw a line horizontally through 5. Because we know that no matter where we go, we're going to pretend that's a perfect horizontal line. Okay, Y is always, I get messed up with 5. So all the way across here is 5. So let's do this one. I want you to try this one. Y equals -2. Could you graph it? All right. So first step, graph the point, which is 2. Second step, graph the horizontal line through 2. Why is it 2? Well, because everywhere along that line, so why is it y equals 2? Everywhere along that line is y is equal to -2. Here's probably the toughest one. It's just tough because it's a weird number. 0. First step, graph that. Well, here's 0 right here. Y equals 0 is right here. Second step, draw the line. And there's our graph for y equals 0. So remember, all horizontal lines, it's y equals, which just means every y is that number. Every y along this line, no matter where I pick the point, this point, that'd be 4, -2. This point right here, -4, -2. This point here, -2, -2. So no matter where I am. So that's horizontal, and on the flip side, we have a vertical line. So let's make a vertical line here, right along 4. As best I can. There we go. So there's my line. Okay. So if we want to write in our info here, our y-intercept, well, it doesn't exist, right? Because this line that goes straight up and down will never cross that. And our slope, let's take a look at our slope. If we pick, let's pick this point and this point. So rise would be 1, 2, 3. And then our run is 0. If you write that into your calculator, 3 divided by 0, you're going to get an error. Because you can't make groups of 0. Okay? So this does not exist as well. Okay? So how do you write that equation? Well, you kind of follow the same rule, right? This equation, the previous equation was y equals. This one's going to be x equals. Because no matter where you go along this line, the x is going to equal 4. So for example, this point is 4, 3. This point is 4, 0. This point is 4, -4. This point is negative, oh, where's my, I got ahead of myself. This point is 4, -6. So the x is always equal to 4 no matter where we go. So x equals 4. That's our equation. So if we were to graph this, we're going to do the exact same. Oh my god, I used the same one. So let's go x equals 6 on this. Okay, first thing, graph the point. Graph the number here. Second point, draw a vertical line, because we want the x always equal 6 no matter where we are. So boom, that's it. A little better line would be nice, but let's do this one. X equals -3. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to graph -3. And then, second thing I'm going to do, draw a line through -3. Just like that. I want you to try this one here. Oh my gosh. The worst luck in numbers. Let's go x equals, and this is going to be fixed on your sheet. X equals 1. So, first step, graph the point. Second step, graph the line. That's it. So for you guys on this day, you're going to have a worksheet to do. Should take you just a little bit of time. And a Desmos activity, okay, which you'll see a link to. Okay, have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow.